Cardi B has just shaken the internet by revealing that she is still legally married to Offset. Not out of love, not out of choice, but because Offset allegedly refuses to act like a man and is instead demanding half of Cardi's properties along with several $1 million in a divorce clause. A shocking confession that has left fans stunned, critics buzzing, and the culture questioning what really goes on behind the walls of hip-hop's most controversial marriage. So let's dive deep into this. Revelation. The ugly realities it exposes. The dynamics between Cardi and Offset. And what this means to their future. Because this isn't just gossip. It's a raw look into love, money, and power when fame gets messy. When Cardi B broke through the industry, she wasn't just another rapper. She was a force of nature. From her early days as a reality TV firecracker to her rapid rise as one of the most successful female rappers alive, Cardi cultivated an image of independence, power, and self-sufficiency. She made her own money, bought her own cars, built her own empire, and made it clear to fans that no man was ever going to own her. That's why this revelation cuts so deep. Hearing Cardi admit that she's still legally tethered to Offset, not out of choice, but because he allegedly demanded an outrageous divorce settlement, makes fans feel like their queen is trapped in the very type of controlling relationship she spent years warning others about. Please do not forget to like this video, share and subscribe to this channel if you want more updates like this. Thank you. Now, let's get back into the video. Offset, on the other hand, has always walked a tightrope in his marriage. Known both for his undeniable charisma as a performer and his messy personal life filled with infidelity rumors, drama, and lavish reconciliations, Offset's relationship with Cardi has been more public than most celebrity marriages. They've split, reconciled, fought, and flaunted their love on social media countless times. But Cardi's new claim paints Offset in a much darker light. According to her, Offset's insistence on walking away with half of her properties and additional millions in divorce clauses has created a financial chokehold that's keeping her legally bound to him. In her words, this isn't about love anymore. It's about money and power. The irony is impossible to ignore. Cardi has always been a champion for women's independence, constantly telling her fans to never let men use them for financial gain, to always secure their own bags, and to stand on their own 2 feet. Yet here she is, allegedly stuck because her own husband is using the law and money to keep her tied down. That contradiction is heartbreaking for many of her supporters, who look at Cardi not just as an artist, but as a symbol of liberation. How can the same woman who raps about female empowerment admit that behind the scenes, she's being trapped in legal paperwork because a man won't let her go without demanding millions? This revelation also throws light on a bigger issue: money battles in celebrity marriages. In the world of Hollywood and hip-hop, prenups, divorce clauses, and financial negotiations are just as important as love itself. Celebrities don't just marry each other, they marry into each other's empires. And when those marriages fall apart, the fight over assets often gets uglier than the breakup itself. Cardi and Offset's situation is a perfect example of this. Offset, despite his success with Migos in his solo career, hasn't matched the level of financial dominance Cardi has achieved in recent years. Cardi's brand deals, her music royalties, her ventures outside rap. She's sitting on a fortune that far exceeds Offset's current net worth. If it's true that Offset is demanding half of that, then it's no longer just a marriage. It's a business war disguised as love. Fans have been quick to weigh in on social media. Many are outraged, calling Offset greedy and selfish. They accuse him of trying to cash out on Cardi's success, arguing that she's the one who carried the relationship in terms of public relevance and financial stability. On the other hand, some fans are defending Offset, pointing out that marriage legally binds both partners and that Offset has every right to what he feels he contributed to during their time together. After all, they did build a life side by side, raise kids together, and share experiences that intertwine their financial worlds. To those fans, Offset isn't being greedy. He's simply exercising his legal rights. But regardless of which side you're on, one thing is clear: this is messy, and it's only going to get messier. What makes this situation even more explosive is Cardi's candor. Cardi doesn't hold back. She doesn't give carefully crafted PR statements. She doesn't sugarcoat. When she talks raw, straight from the heart, in a way that makes fans feel like they're in the room with her. So when she says Offset doesn't want to act like a man, people know that's not some vague jab, It's a direct accusation of weakness, cowardice, and manipulation. She's essentially saying that Offset would rather bleed her financially than stand tall and walk away clean. That's a powerful statement that not only humiliates Offset in the public eye, but also challenges the very notion of masculinity in hip-hop relationships. From a cultural standpoint, this revelation also hits on gender dynamics. Historically, women in celebrity marriages have often been the ones accused of being gold diggers, clout chasers, or opportunists. Men have been framed as the breadwinners who risk losing fortunes when things go wrong. But Cardi's story flips that narrative upside down. Here we have a female rapper, one of the richest and most successful of her time, accusing her husband of being the one trying to cash out on her. That role reversal isn't just shocking. It's disruptive to the way fans are used to seeing these relationships play out. Cardi is basically saying, I'm the prize, I'm the bag, and he's the one trying to milk it. That alone sparks conversations about power dynamics in modern marriages. What does this mean for Cardi and Offset's future? For one, it shows that their marriage isn't just fractured, it's toxic. Love doesn't seem to be the binding force anymore. Money, contracts, and legal battles are. That's a dangerous place for any relationship to be, let alone one as high profile as theirs. Cardi has two choices. Continue to endure the suffocating situation while trying to negotiate her way out slowly, or go nuclear, exposing even more details and potentially dragging the fight into court where the world will watch. Neither option looks peaceful, and knowing Cardi's fiery personality, she's not the type to quietly suffer. Offset, meanwhile, risks losing whatever public goodwill he has left. Fans have long tolerated his antics because of his charm, his talent, and his undeniable chemistry with Cardi when things were good. But if the public narrative shifts to him being the manipulative husband trying to squeeze his wife for millions, that image won't hold up for long. Hip-hop fans respect authenticity, but they despise perceived weakness, and Cardi just painted Offset as both weak and greedy. The industry itself is watching closely. Cardi is a powerhouse, not just in music, but in branding and influence. Her relationships affect endorsements, appearances, and partnerships. If the scandal deepens, companies may hesitate to attach their brands to a messy divorce battle filled with accusations of greed and betrayal.